Pam Shepherd with Pamela Shepherd Productions here, and I've been making cards a lot of the day, so I thought I better just let you watch what I'm doing. I've been doing some A2 cards and some A3 cards. I found this, I'll put it down below so you can see. I found this online on Google. Let me zoom it in for you. Okay. And it tells you here the different cards. So you see an A2 is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And an A6 is 4 1/2 by 6 1/4. These are the two I'm doing right now. These little numbers I put above here are the sizes that I wanted to cut the little pieces like these that I ran through. I ran these through my brand new little Cuttlebug, my rose colored Cuttlebug that's exclusively from JoAnns. And so I wanted to cut these small enough to fit on my A2 and my A6 cards. So that's what I'm doing. So I found this little cutout on one of my, it was just on one of my little my little paper packs. It's just like a cheapy little one. I don't even know where I got it. I've had it for such a long time. This was the paper. Oh, you know what? Miss Elizabeth's, I used to get a lot of her stuff at Big Lots. So that may be where I got that. So I'm going to zoom it back out, or take it back out. So anyhow, I saw this in there and I thought, oh, how fun that would be if I did an A2 card, 4 1/2 wide by 5 1/2 tall. But of course, you know, if you go 4 1/2 wide, you have to do that twice so that you can fold it in half. So it's got 4 1/2 on top. 4 1/4 on top, 4 1/4 on the bottom. So it's 8 1/2, because it's 4 1/4 and 4 1/4. So it's 8 1/2. That you have to cut it wide, and then you have to cut it 5 1/2 long. So we'll do that in just a minute. But what I thought was, how fun would that be if I put like, if I did like this, and I put this on there, and then I did some flowers coming out of it. I don't want to make it hokey. I want it to be really cute. And then I have these butterflies that I've been using from the Dollar Tree, and that's what I bought it for, was to do some cards. So let me show you some of the cards that I've done here. And I've got a lot of friends that have lost loved ones, so I've got to make a lot of sympathy cards. But this one, it just says always, there is hope always. And this one is from the Rose. I got it from, actually I bought it at Hobby Lobby, and it's from this paper pack. Well, just a minute, I've got everything on top of it because I'm saving it all right there. It's from this Prima Rose Quartz. This one does not have the shiny stuff in it, but I bought some extra glittery paper. But anyhow, I got this card, and I put 2 strips of ribbon down it, and I had a sticker that I put there. And I just glued this on a white card stock. This is all 110 cardstock. And then because I wanted to hide the ribbons going in the back, I did that. And I used some of this Tim Holtz Distress Ink is what I did. And I just put it around there. So I thought, well, that's pretty inside and all. Okay, and then I've already given some of them away, and then this one I made is called Thinking of You, and it's just a green and white striped paper. And I had cut these out when I was playing with my new Cuttlebug, because I had these die cuts. So I, of course, embossed them. You can cut them and emboss them, and then you can put that, once again, I use this Distress ink. I used the, which one is this one called? Gathered Twigs, I guess. So that's the one I used. And I used the polka dotted embossing paper like this. See? And so what I did with this one is I darkened the edges, and then I thought, well, it needs almost like a little bit of a older, different look. So I put some green of that distressing, a little bit of green on it too. And I found this little butterfly, so I just kind of did some distressing on the butterfly, and I just Actually, I ended up writing thinking of you myself, and this was just another little thing I had cut out. I had some flat back pearls, and I had this lace, this crocheted lace that I put across the bottom of that and glued the whole thing on. And then I distressed, I thought I needed to distress the whole thing. So I distressed the whole card, and it's a thinking of you. Then I had some paper that was this on one side and white on the other. And so it was out of the same paper stuff as this. So I thought, well, that would be kind of fun for an envelope. That's what I did. And I'll show you how I did the envelopes, because I'm going to do some in just a minute. Then another one I did was, it just says hello. I actually printed the hello. It came with my Cuttlebug, and so I cut out a hello with it and just used some of the yellow distressed color. It's called, the yellow one is called Dried Marigold. I think, yeah, Dried Marigold is what I used. And so I just kind of hit and miss with it. One of the butterflies from the Dollar Tree. Then I took washi tape and put washi tape all around the edge of the card on the stripy paper. And then I just used a white envelope because I thought that looked nice. And then, let's see, I thought I had, yeah, this pink one. I just did this butterfly embossed paper. It also, I think the I don't know. I was going to say, I think the butterfly embossed came with my Cuttlebug, but I'm not sure it did. Anyhow, I had this one. I only have like 5 of them. And so I embossed this, and I cut it to fit on just a regular A2 card. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to leave it white. I took a white piece of paper and stamped with sympathy on it, and I used the pink color out of here. It's called Victoria Velvet. It's kind of a pink distress ink. So what I did with that is I took it around the edges of this before I glued that on. I put it on the edges of this, and I used it on with sympathy, and I thought this butterfly was just very gentle and simple. White inside. And then I had this pink paper, and on the inside of the was two-sided paper, cardstock. And it had kind of an orange color to it, but I thought it really looked good with the little butterfly. And so that's what I put for that one. And I've been making these envelopes with this envelope maker from We Are Memory Keepers. We Are Memory Keepers. And I love this. I'm having such a good time making envelopes, and I can show you they're so easy to make on this. Really easy. First time I ever used it, I thought, what in the world do you do? I can't figure it out. But once I figured it out, it's really easy. So I've got a pretty big mess going on here. I should have cleaned that up before I turned the camera on. So what I was thinking about doing, which I ended up dropping that little, here it is. This little pot. So we're gonna think this through together. We're gonna do the A2 card. So the card needs to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/4. So remember I said we have to do it twice. 4 1/4 and 4 1/4 is 8 1/2. So we need to make this, actually I need to open it up bigger. So we need to make this go 8 1/2. So do I want any of this light pink on there, or just mostly the dark pink? We'll just do it like this. 8 1/2. So that way I can fold it twice, and then it's the longer it's going to be is, what was it, 5 1/2. So right here's 5 1/2 on the, okay. So I'll show you. Let's set this down here. And here's my bone folder. And so we want to put this in half, but it says right on this one, this is one of the EK tools, it says right on here A2, so it tells you, but it needs to be 4 1/4, because remember it was going to be 4 1/4 and 4 1/4. So we're going to do score it, and then there we have Oh, wonder why it's a little crooked. Okay, so 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. I'm not sure why that's a little crooked, but we're going to straighten that dude out right now, because I'm not going to have that. Okay, so 5 1/2. Oh, I see. I didn't push it up there. Okay, there we go. So what we're going to do, yeah, it doesn't really get a lot lighter there. Huh. Okay, we'll use this piece for something else. So I don't know if we should use since this is dots, this might be a little bit much with dots, but then again, it's pretty cute. And then this has triangles on it. So let's think about this. Dots and dots. Because if we did more of the triangle look here with this mosaic, and on this, that, I don't know, that looks maybe a little bit richer. Let's think about this. Okay. All right, let's see. Polka dots or mosaic. I guess mosaic. It seems a little bit richer for some reason. I'm not sure why. Okay, so if we put this on here. Now, when I cut this out, I just left, I think it's 1/8 of an inch all the way around. So, I mean, you can cut it smaller if you want more of the outside to show or not, but I think I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm going to put the flower deal all the way down here so I can have some flowers coming out of it. And this is already, it's, let's see, it's supposed to create a pocket, so that way we can put, or we can actually just put a whole nother little note in there, or like another little card with a flower or two. That's kind of cute. Okay, so let's put some of our, I guess really, I have this score tape, but since this only comes up that far, I'll put it across this one to stick it up on that. Oh, got it crooked. And then these will stick it to the paper itself as well. So we'll do it here. All right. Why do I cut it so short? Well, I'll just do another one. How about that? Okay, so when we put this on here, now, do we feel like we need a depth around there? We kind of do, don't we? I mean, we could have the card going like this, but I think this is better. It gives us a little more room. Okay, and I don't know that we need to have anything around there. Let's just say no. Let's just say no. All right, so we're just going to glue this right to the card itself, but I'm going to use the bigger score tape for that. I'm going to use this 1 inch, which I don't have any 1/2 inch. I think I have 1/4 inch. Oh, look how crooked I'm going. Wowee. Wow. Oh, this is hard to hold this way. It's so fat. Let me cut it. And then I'll, goodness. Okay. And then we'll do it like this, I think. I've torn it before, so I'm not sure what's going on. There's that. And we'll tear it like that. Whoa! And then we'll put a piece right here. I really don't need this big of a piece. I can actually, maybe I'll get out the 1/4 inch. I don't think I have 1/2 inch. I just bought some. I'll look and see if I did get 1/2 inch. Okay, So we've got this all on here, and we're going to put this on the front. So let me get my pokey tool, which I have the one from Cricut. You can get them from all different places, but I have this one from Cricut. I like it a lot. Okay, and then there we go. All right, so we want this to be about the same all the way around. So I think it's about 1/8 of an inch. Right, like that. That's not bad. Okay, so then we've got our little pot here. I thought we would end up using one of the little butterflies up at the top. We need kind of a small one, so you find the smallest one I have on this is that, kind of bright, but it does have that colors in it, so maybe we'll use that one up at the top. So let me grab some flowers. Okay, so I grabbed a handful of all kinds of different flowers that I have, and I was wondering if I shouldn't, so that this looks a little bit richer. I feel like it needs, I feel like it really needs to have some shading. So what I'm going to do is, I have this, well, I can't even think what this is called. Well, whatever. Gosh. Blender. Ink blender. So I'm going to, yeah, there, that's going to, yeah, that's giving it a lot of depth. That looks better. See how much better that looks? It's giving it some depth. Yeah. That looks way better. The only thing, I need some depth down here, so I don't know if I dare try to do a line, but I'm going to have to, because it just too. It needs it. Yeah, it's a blender. And then what I do is I take these little things off and put it in the bottom of the whatever color I use, and then I put it on this with the Velcro. So that way, yeah. A little bit more on there just to give it a little bit more blending, so it doesn't look so yeah, there we go. It's just a little bit too stark. What would be fun is if I get out a deal and put whatever, you know, friends or thanks or whatever, something fun there. Okay, so let me put the lid back on here, and I'll put the little swab in there. Put this over here. Now I have these flowers, which this little one might work. Ooh, and the little polka dot. Let me take a couple of these out. These are from the Paper Studio. I got these at Hobby Lobby. They were on sale. They had, when I go there, which is a little distance for me, we have to drive an hour and a half to get to Hobby Lobby. So when we're going to that town, Eugene, I usually try to see if they have flowers on sale or, you know, something like that. Yeah, this one's a little bit big. Not bad though. And then I thought these are pretty cute. These are, these have little diamond looking things in them. We'll think about this. All right, let's glue down our little pot so it'll sit still for us. And then I don't know if we'll decide to put a little tag in there. Oops. Take off my score tape. Come on, there we go. And let's see, is that it? Well, I guess now I need to put a piece across the bottom here, don't I? I'm not sure. Oh, here it is. If I do with that roll, I have another one. Okay, so we want this to go across the bottom and stay there. And then we want this to go across the bottom. I got that too long, but I'll cut it. And then, okay, now we got people walking down the street having a big time. Okay, and then right back here, okay, that way it'll leave it open for us if we decide we want to put something in there. And I got this one hanging over just a little bit too far, so that's not good. All right, so let me take this off of the tape. Oh, I think that took the whole thing. There we go. There we go. There we go, and one more. All right, so I say let's put it a little bit towards the bottom, pretty much in the middle. Okay. All right, so see, we do have a little pocket if we want. Oh. Kind of cute. A little bit big. Getting a little bit weird. A lot of times you work in threes or odd numbers, so like if you had 3 flowers, that's too much the same, and this is pretty little. But if you had 3 flowers, but now you have this, so you may have to do, you may have to add this as 5, like 3, 4, 5, so that it looks more right. This is okay, but it's kind of little. And this is too much the same as the one up there, and it's too big to go down there. And I've got so many flowers, but where's that polka dotted one that we had before? I seem to keep liking that one better. You know what I can do with this, since it's a little bit stark, although this is white, so it does bring the white up there. These are all different shapes. Let's see. Let's get one this shape and see about putting it down here. Just seems too big. That looks better. That seems like enough right there, because we can have a little thing coming out of here. I think that's what we should do. And with these, I think I'm going to hot glue them. Yeah. Wow. There's some big strings there. Yeah, and then I have these little, you know what, little sprig out of there would be kind of cute too. And I do have some of those. Let me think where I have my labels. Let me look. I mean, not labels, but little folders. I think I have little folders in with my little labels, actually. Labels. Oh, here's labels. And then I was thinking maybe what might be fun right here, I'm wondering if we put just a little piece of a feather. If that would be a little too much. Yeah, it's a little bit too much. Okay, so let me look in here. These labels. Well, this one's a little too big. I had some little bitty ones. And these are even too big. These tags. I've got some little tiny ones. Let me think where I put those. I have little bitty teeny tiny ones for scrapbook pages. That's what I called them. Oh, they're in with the stickers. That's what they're in with. That's why. And they're pretty cute. See, these are just too big. Okay, so let me be right back. Okay, I could not find my little labels, so what I think I'm going to try to do is turn one of these into a smaller one, although I can't do it with that big of a... I think we're going to lose the feeling of a tag. Okay, what I could do is put a little flower on this. But if I'm going to do this leaf, we've got to take it down considerably smaller. Oh, that's kind of nice. Calms it all down a bit. So I think what we'll do with this is because it's going to get too busy if we do much more. In fact, I wish I had done a little tiny. You know, I've got that stuff that we can try that's called, this would be the perfect place to try it. It's called, hey, let's try it. it doesn't ruin it though. It's supposed to not ruin it at all. Cut it down just a little bit more. Oh. Get one of these little flowers, might be nice on there. This just doesn't look right to me. Wonder if I took this one of these really pale alcohol. I think I'll see if I can. Ooh. I don't think I like it. It's getting too busy. But what I was going to say is take this just Stress ink. Uh-oh. Here it is. Lost my little deal. And then you know what might really be cute here? I hate to do this, but if I just took one of the petals off, I think that's what I'm going to do. What if we did a couple of petals down here? It's a little bit gaudy. Where some of this flower fell off, maybe, or half it. Let me try that first. I mean, yeah, they're kind of cute where the petals all fell off. Yeah, let's do that. Back over the petal. Turned it the wrong way. Okay. A little bit of that glue off of there. It's kind of fun. This is a little bit too bright, I think. So this has got to come off. And it just pulls right off because I have to kind of, ooh, actually it isn't. Okay, and yeah, that's a little bit too bright. There we go, that looks better. And then this, if we had a little bitty, where's that little flat one I did? This one. Yeah, let's do that one. There we go. That looks better. That butterfly is way too bright. Oh, that's better. Yeah. Okay, I like that. Don't forget to subscribe and check on the little bell so it'll remind you when I have a video. And so that's going to do it for today. So we'll see all you good people later. Bye-bye.